This is Cinema Trash, the show where we go digging through B-movies, cult films, and low-budget flicks to find them gems.
A group of friends in a theatrical troupe dig up a corpse on an abandoned island to use in a mock satanic rite. Of course, it backfires with deadly consequences. Because this week we're talking about children shouldn't play with dead things. Starring Alan Ormsby, Valerie Mamches, and Jeff Gillen. Directed by Bob Clark, who also did the cult classic Porky's. The movie was released in 1972, rating of PG, runtime 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Alright, I did not spin this. This was randomly spun. We forgot to spin the wheel last time.
Normally when we spin it, it isn't random.
It's rigged. I've been saying it. It's rigged.
No, it's not rigged. I did not spin this, though. So it was randomly spun, and then I was told while I was at work what the movie was, and admittingly, I was kind of looking forward to it.
I had no idea what to expect from this movie. I didn't realize it was going to be a zombie movie, per se.
Well, you know, when you start off watching this movie, you'd think it's maybe vampires? Anybody else?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be vampires.
They even had garlic.
Well, yeah, zombies hate garlic.
Do they?
No.
Oh.
There's a light ahead. What is it? That's the graveyard. What the hell are they doing with a street lamp out here? This used to be a resort island. Come on.
Okay. Whew. I'm not going to say anybody here is a bad actor, okay? But what I am going to say is, like, they are acting. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They're acting to the cheap seats. And it's like, I think maybe they're theater actors. I don't think that they're much for film.
That's a good way to describe it. I couldn't quite because the acting didn't seem bad, but I couldn't put my finger on what was wrong about it.
Yeah, it seemed very theatrical.
Yeah, especially the one lady who was just making the snide comments the whole time.
Oh my God. She is nothing but one-liners. The
whole
thing.
movie's nothing but one-liners. Like, every single scene is just someone making a pun or a one-liner.
With exception, the main guy that you said is like nothing but acting. I think he's very dialogue heavy. Very dialogue heavy. And it just never ends.
That's probably why, what was her name? Anya was my favorite person?
Yes.
Because she just looked like she was tripping balls and didn't say a word the whole time.
There's no variation of intensity. They're all exactly how they are from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. Let's talk about how long it took to film this movie. Any guesses?
I know.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
How long?
2 weeks.
Yes, 14 days.
Okay, I'm actually kind of impressed with that.
Yeah, that's really good. Do you know the budget? Anybody? Damn it, you did research.
I did.
Oh,
Accident.
wow.
I was going to say,
accident.
I always Google the cast, so I happened to see the budget as well, but I don't remember it. I remember it being low, though.
Yeah, okay, so I will give them some credit here because the budget was $50,000.
That's what I thought.
And I thought that was pretty good. You know, I still kind of feel like perhaps...
Isn't that kind of high if you take into account it's the early 70s?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't...
Weren't they still doing, like, movies in the hundreds of thousands at that point?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, what was Grizzly's budget?
Oh, shit.
That's a good comparison.
You know what?
Right there.
Well, I will look that up just real quick. I can edit this out. But now that's a really good way to judge this. Apparently, according to what I'm reading here online, their budget was $750,000.
Okay, then yeah, this was very low budget.
Yeah, and
because this honestly looked as good as Grizzly.
I will actually, I think their overall picture quality was really good.
It was, but you know, this movie is kind of in the same. Just let me restart this. Cut that whole thing out.
Okay.
That's not going anywhere.
Well, you guys
this
don't know it's already
movie
gone.
has a problem that a lot of movies have, and I hate it, is that it's so dark.
Oh, yeah.
I hate when they make movies and they don't have a budget or they don't have the right stuff, so they just make it so dark that you can't see anything. And then that's it. There are so many scenes where I'm just like, all right, I can kind of see some people walking around, and that's it.
No,
like 20 minutes.
Let me tell you something. They got the right stuff, baby.
Well, I did like the fire effect. I don't know if you saw that. This
Wait,
was like,
what?
I thought this was really cool. There is a scene where they're at like I think there's 3 of them sitting next to a fireplace.
Okay.
Which is lit. Lit dog. And I they cut to a different angle, like from the fireplace, looking at someone sitting in front of the
Oh
fireplace.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And they had like a flashlight or something, and they were like wiggling the light on the person's face, and you could tell that's what's happening. But it was
Yeah.
kind of a neat effect for free.
Yeah, they had. I will
I
admit,
did not catch that at all.
they had a couple of shots that were like, okay, that's pretty creative. But here's the
Yeah.
problem: out of the whole movie, I think there's like 4 of them. You know,
Yeah.
and I do disagree about the darkness.
I love the darkness.
Okay, I think
You believe in a
that
thing called love.
I do. No, here's the deal. I feel like it's odd. I don't think the lighting's right. Look, I don't know anything about writing.
Okay. All right.
I
Odd
never
tangent,
learned
but-
to write. Okay, no. I don't know anything about lighting, but here's the deal. I feel like it's lit improperly most of the time because they'll have everything will be completely black and dark.
Yeah.
But they are lit up bright and bold. And it's like, whoa, this is weird.
Sometimes. I wouldn't say they're often bright and bold.
You know,
feel like-
not all the time, but I think the majority of the time.
I see the people are always like super visible.
Yes.
And then like they'll do a shot where they're like looking out the window and it's some spotlit person and darkness all around them.
Yeah, and I love a lot of the inconsistencies of this movie where, like, for instance, I love how the gag is always changing on the groundskeeper. It goes to this little tiny thin piece of, like, I don't even know what it is, like T-shirt or something. And then later on, it's, like, really thick and, like, a completely different cloth altogether. They look out at the zombies, and they're using a flashlight, and they're only lit up from the flashlight, but when they then move, somebody else looks out the window without the flashlight, and they're still lit up. And this movie is
It's
riddled
also like
with inconsistencies.
every window they look out is like the same group of zombies.
It really is. Hey, I think in the grand scheme of things, they did pretty okay. There's some questionable spots, but my biggest the thing that I think that really gets me the most out of watching this entire thing is when the zombies come out. First of all, makeup is atrocious. It's not
I liked
good.
it.
No, it's
I thought
awful.
it was all right. I thought the effects were not bad.
I like that the fake zombies from the beginning ritual, like the 2 guys, like when he takes his mask off,
Yeah.
is exactly how the real zombies look.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's like I enjoyed that.
No, I absolutely hated it, and here's what was driving me nuts too is these zombies are coming out of the ground, and their faces, they're all like, withered and gross and whatever. It's overly texturized, okay? And then it's like neck is like perfect.
Yeah.
They've been moisturizing their neck.
No.
How do you know?
Just a little something right here
How do you know
would
what
do
a zombie?
wonders.
What, like a pearl necklace?
Yes. A little, just like a black cobra.
I mean, I think
just
that
a
one
neck.
zombie was gonna get one. Why did he take it to his bed?
Oh, that was getting freaky for a minute there.
Oh yeah.
He has
Well,
a
they
neck
were
rolled feet,
married
yeah.
and everything. Yeah. And he was getting ready to consummate the marriage.
Yeah. The one time he's like, "Well, you still love me," and he goes back in the bed.
I, Alan, take this body.
I, Alan, take this body.
Yeah, and welcome to it. You deserve everything you're getting. To love, honor, and cherish, in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, till death do you part. And you better hurry, believe you me.
I hate that in movies where they do that thing where it's so dangerous, but I'm going to turn my back and pretend everything's okay just long enough to put me in danger.
Well, yeah, that's kind of like when you're scared and you just cover up with a blanket over your head, and you're like, "I'm
There's
safe."
also the whole flaw in his plan. That's like, you go distract them out the front, I'll run out the back. And then they just left the back door open, so when they all retreated back in the front, the back door's wide open.
Yes. Oh, their plans are awful, but I give them credit. They're just regular stupid people, okay?
They're just kids.
They are. They're just kids, and that's fine. But that being said,
These kids are like 30, by the way.
Yeah.
Kind of odd, but all
hey,
right.
that's 70s and 80s, okay?
That kid with the bald spot, you know that one?
Hey, it might run in his family. It's his genes, okay? It happens.
Started at the age of 7.
Maybe you don't know his life.
I really liked all the zombies coming out of the ground, and then the really odd music, sound effects. I loved it. I loved it
I
so much.
hated those.
I thought that was so.
I even rewatched that scene because I was watching the movie on 1.5 times speed.
Oh yeah.
I was like, is this ear rape because of the speed?
No, it just is. I'm actually glad you brought that up because here's the thing. Their audio quality, fucking top notch. It is really good. Like when they are speaking, it's very clear. In fact, I do want to say that somebody else pointed this out when I was watching it, and they said this movie looks like a movie that was made now to look like a 70s movie, and I completely agree. It really does.
Yeah.
It's got good quality. But good Lord, when they got to the sound effects and the music and all like the zombies are coming out, it was loud and it was annoying. I had to turn the volume down.
I didn't mind so much what it was. It was just that it was like 100 times louder than the rest of the movie.
Yes. It was mixed very poorly. In my opinion, what do I know?
I thought it was cool. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, this is disturbing. I'm feeling finally some like creepy, unsettling vibes from this movie. And that was it. For like 5 minutes. The movie was fine.
I mean, I do agree the movie was only fine for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. Lastly here, I have to ask this. This is something that I have been thinking about for a while. This is a horror comedy. Where are the comedic elements?
The production.
Yeah, well, okay, that's actually kind of my question. Was this a horror that became a horror
Yeah.
comedy?
I think what you do is after you make a movie and you see how terrible it is, you just add comedy to
Yeah.
the subgenre.
I've noticed a shocking number of horror movies we do with low budgets all of a sudden are comedies.
Yes, and I've actually heard that about productions where they went into it one way and then halfway through they're like, this is not going to work. How we're making it, we have to change it all together.
You know what, though? I could see that this was trying to be a comedy because it was just so many puns and one-liners.
I peed in my pants.
Yeah, okay, that, and then maybe
Comedic gold.
that, and then maybe when okay, wait, no, maybe three elements here. Pee pants, when he gives the zombies the girl at the end because it was awkward, and I don't know if
I
it
think
was
it's 'cause
intentional.
I think it was intentional because she apologized to the zombie at the start.
Oh yeah, okay,
So I think they're like because I don't think they killed her. They just kind of shuffled her out of the way and went after him.
nice. Maybe she lives for the sequel.
Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense, yeah, because everybody was like making fun of the dead guy and playing with his corpse, and she
Yeah.
was upset about it.
Yeah, and
So-
she even said, respect them, and they respect you. So maybe she's actually still alive
So,
today.
If they had just chilled with him and hung out, it would have just been a big house party.
I think so. I think, yeah, she had the right idea.
Oh, yeah, because she said that about rats, too.
Yes.
Like, there's rats in there. Oh, well, they don't bother me. You know, you're good with them, they're good with you.
Yeah, exactly. And so she was one with the zombies, you know? But no, so you got that, you got the pee pants, and other than that, all I can think of is the flamboyancy of the theater kids. Like, those as the comedic elements, I think is all this movie had. And I think that's all you're getting.
And the best part is those are like, except for pee pants, those are almost all unintentional.
You think so?
Well, yeah, like everything they tried to do, like all their puns and jokes,
Yeah.
fell flat.
Well, and then half of the puns and jokes that they had, I don't even think were necessarily meant to be jokes per se. Especially the one girl with all her one-liners were all like these slanderous comebacks to the main guy who's like, God, that guy's annoying.
Yeah, he's the worst.
I mean, he's supposed to be. That's his
Yeah.
character, but
I'm not trying to, like, diss Mr. Allen here.
uh-huh.
I'm sure he's a great guy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But, yeah. I don't... Watching the movie, I'm like, my God, I hate this character.
Yeah.
And then I started to realize I don't think I hate the character. I think the character's good.
Right.
I think he was not playing the character well.
It's time for final thoughts and ratings, and I am going to go first because I just want my time with this movie over. I've invested way too much into this. Okay, just know this. The points I'm going to give this all go to ambition. They were ambitious. and that's all I can give it.
This is still golf rules, right? Where the higher the score, the worse the movie is?
Yes, yes. We are judging how trashy this movie is. I'm going to say that this movie, to me, is 85% trash. I'm going to give it 15% to the good because I can see what they were doing. I think that they were very ambitious, and I think they did do a lot with their budget. Feel like it could have been stretched a tiny bit more, but that's all I got. Let's go over to Mike. What are you going to give? Children shouldn't play with dead things.
I didn't hate the movie, but I kind of wish they had remade it because I'd give this movie like a solid 70% trash.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like I take off a percent for every time he said he peed his pants.
Actually,
then-
yeah, it was best for me.
And honestly, the scene with the zombies on the stairs, I'm probably going to find that on YouTube just so I can link that to people because it's so good.
That is a really good scene. Yeah, and I think 70% is fair. Let's go over to Russell and find out how much you hated children shouldn't play with dead things.
I gotta agree with Mike. I'm gonna say 70% because, kind of like what he said and you said, it's there's something going on. You can get behind this idea. It seemed like they could have done something. Most of it was garbage, though. I really did like the scene where the zombies came out of the ground. That's worth 10% not trash right there for me.
Okay. All right.
Especially with knowing the budget now that we've talked about it, it does change the rating a little bit.
Yeah.
Me.
And I think it does not nearly stretch as far in the 70s. You guys are absolutely right with that because film costs and developing alone is probably a big chunk of that budget. So that's not bad. It's not bad. 70% from both of you, 85%. I'm sorry from me because no.
I like the creativity that they really did something with very little. You can tell.
Yeah, they did.
But, it's still, they need, a little high five, like a baby high five.
I will say, at the end of the day, if I had made this movie, I'd be happy with it. I would be happy with it. That brings us to the end of this week's episode. If this is not your first time here, why haven't you subscribed? And if this is your first time here, you've made it to the end, so you like the show, hit the subscribe button already. YouTube is a numbers game. Help us try and win it, and help more people like yourself discover the show. And we will see you guys next week for an all-new episode.
I peed in my pants.